Well, race 3 for the Citywide Constructions Challenge Recruitment Formula B Series here at Phillip Island, their last run of the weekend, and slightly better conditions than race 2. A massive field, as always, have turned out for this Formula B Series.
Right, Grant, I'd say a lot of the blood's probably returned back to the white knuckles of all the drivers after the wet race this morning. But it's pretty close to the front now between Adam Proctor and Shane Hart. There's only a few points separating them after Shane made up a few spots on at the end of the race in race 2 this morning. But with dry conditions, I think we'll be a lot faster and things might be a bit closer.
Well, it was a great first race that we saw a few moments ago. The second race of the weekend turned out to be an absolute thriller. Shane Hart working very, very hard, as he'll have to do in this one as well, as this massive field make their way down through turn 1 with cold tyres through this very, very demanding first turn.
Right, with the weather today, they'll be cold all day, but Daniel Reinhardt's taken the lead over Adam Proctor, and Daniel got a great run off the line, and he's closely followed by Phil Kilworth as they go through the southern loop.
Well, there they are further back in the field. The rest of the field trying to sort themselves out. Race leader Reinhardt on board with Ian Shivers doing a good job too as he works his way through what is a massive pack in front of him.
Right, the obligatory onboard camera for Ian Shivers with his IJC Plumbing J-So. They go through the sweeper before Honda Curve. As Adam Proctor goes down the inside, as Daniel Reinhardt and Ryan Simpson and another car.
There's been a coming together up front too. That's what Shivers is seeing at the moment. Cars going left, right and centre. Reinhardt ran wide. Then I think a couple of people behind him went off in sympathy, and it's caused a fair amount of damage to quite a few entries further back in the field.
Didn't take long, did it, Grant? A bit of speed, extra speed, but with slightly warmer air temperature, and Ian Shivers has taken advantage of that as Adam Proctor holds his lead as they go past the hay shed towards Lukey Heights.
And here's the replay. Reinhardt just stepping the back of the car out. He runs wide, and behind him it caused almost a Constantina effect as everybody jumped on the brakes to try and avoid it. And then just up in front, big crash, and Mal Asker involved in that too.
Right, that was Terry Kerr in the Gold Sabre. He's gone over the top of Matthew Pearson, the Penrith McDonald's J-So. It's a long way to be for Matthew to be sitting in a parking spot right now.
Yeah, I think he'd be quite happy if he was able to continue on and do a drive-through at the moment. I'm talking about the McDonald's sponsorship, of course. Safety car out on the circuit. Adam Proctor, your race leader, but look at the protagonists that are sitting right behind him. Gee, there's some talent in that band.
Oh, that's all young drivers, all wanting to, obviously, to make a future out of motor racing, and Formula B will be right there to support them. But look, they've even behind the pace car, they've got to keep the tyres as warm as possible today.
Ryan Simpson also out of this one, the New South Welshman, having an issue. The restart now getting back underway, and your race leader Adam Proctor leads the field down, albeit temporarily, because the 81 machine of Shane Hart goes to the inside, and another big lunge. Phillip Kilworth had a mighty go, decided to back out of it, and why wouldn't you? Turn 1 on the inside at that speed. Well, it's paid dividends too, because Proctor's run wide in the Swalfiga machine, and Phillip Kilworth has gone straight through to the race lead.
I wonder if Adam was actually doing that deliberately. He normally gets a pretty run behind the pace car when the pace car pulls off. We've got Chivo getting the slipstream as he comes towards the sweeper before Honda Corner. He's got some speed up there at the moment.
He's a great campaigner. He's been around for some time and he loves these machines.
Right, Chivo, he's the New South Wales Formula V Association president. He's also the category manager for this class. He hardly even gets a moment to work on his car during these weekends.
Well, that's how the overtaking manoeuvre got done. Shane Hart also trying to go through on the inside as Proctor just ran wide and opened up the door.
Right, there's Stephen McFarlane in his J-So as they go past the hay shed. That looks like Ryan Simpson, who's beached. It's probably the right term, on the inside outside the hay shed.
Yeah, well, he won't be happy with that, will he? The J-So V2K6 sitting there and not doing any laps at the moment. Laps are important.
Right, let's watch them go over Lukey Heights and see if they can hold their cars, but unfortunately the track's dry. There's no problem as they come into MG. Got a few great looking cars there as usual. Guy Lingard, we could see there in the green car up towards the front of this pack.
Just had a good shot of the 42 machine of David Frith that gave us some great onboards during race 2 on the card. really working hard behind the wheel. Fortunately, the conditions for him out there a little bit better than they were for our first race in our coverage.
Look at the lead that Shane Hart's pulled out over both Phil Kilworth and David Frith there, who's doing great job there. But Adam, this is a good example of the slipstreaming that you can get down the straight here.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing for those that are battling out second, while they do all this slipstreaming and changing of their racing lines, that's allowing the Queenslander, Shane Hart, to pull away and gain a little bit of breathing space, and that can be very important in the Formula V ranks.
Actually, Grant, that's exactly right. When you're in the sort of situation where you've got a leader way ahead who's pulling out, it's really important for 2 or 3 or 4 cars, if they're fighting each other, not to fight and to work together and help them get the slipstream.
Well, Shivo must have had a tough day in administration, because he's driving with some great enthusiasm at the moment, isn't he? Goes to the inside, picks up one spot. Will he try and flick to the inside here, going down into Honda and potentially take up another one? Well, we won't see short term, but I tell you what, he's driving with some enthusiasm.
Here's old Albetti, had a lot of bad luck this morning, no doubt. There's a good shot of Terry Kerr, who's returned to the Formula V ranks after a couple of years in driving a Spectrum Formula Ford. He's sort of come out of nowhere to get up to 3rd position. That's great driving for Terry.
Well, Adam Proctor now cements down second. No definite result for 3rd at this stage. Phil Kilworth on the outside in the white and blue machine, and slides the Formula V through that left-hander. Oh, that was spectacular.
Oh, what a place to slide a car outside the Hayshed before Lukey Heights. He would have been doing 150, 160 through there, and then they go over the top flat, over the top of Lukey Heights, and obviously have to brake hard and slam down a 3rd gear for MG.
Drew Beecham on the back of this battle as well, so it's 4 cars that are lining themselves up for 3rd. Here's an overtaking manoeuvre up the inside. Now, this is going to cost them time coming down the start-finish straight. You'd like to be 3rd or 4th in this chain at the moment, coming onto this very, very quick start-finish straight here at Phillip Island. Checkered flag is out. Shane Hart takes the win over Adam Proctor. Good dice for the line. Phil Kilworth in 3rd spot. Then we go back to Terry Kerr with a great result to be up there in 4th. Let's take a look at the overall series results. Adam Proctor and Shane Hart, just 1 point separating the two over Phillip Kilworth, Daniel Reinhardt and David Frith in 5th.
Fairly good weekend all the way from Queensland. Makes the drive worthwhile.
We had a pretty good run, pretty clean run, bogged down off the line. Shane got a break and that was about how the race went for us.
Really happy with that. Can't ask for any more. It was awesome.